Hello, welcome back. We empowered ourselves in fire. Good stuff. An arrow appeared out of the sky and headed straight for topping the ladder's heart. But he had a Twist Fate item. Fantastic. Dark Knowledge found a battlefield, so there's our additional death gem. We can now do whites every 2 turns forever, which is pretty good. Also search for sight and didn't find any. Caught quite a few blood slaves. I'm going to turn off blood hunting from this point on. We're just going to blood hunt one province. Because I'd really like to hit Construction 6 and actually make a bunch of lanterns. And I think we're okay for the time being. I don't think we need too many blood slaves at the moment. And there was a battle in Osensi. So this is the wolves that we had left, plus a few infantry. But Sarah has clearly bulked up the province defense in this province quite considerably. There are a lot of heavy cavalry and stuff here. So pretty rough. This might be the beginning of a fight back. Just massively pump the PD, start recruiting some bits out of those 2 forts, and try and put together a raiding army. Who knows? But we bounced off Osensi anyway. Xanthrast, a local lawgiver, has caught a traitor. Gained some unrest, got 200 gold and a Ring of the Warrior. And in Solian, we got province income plus 10, so that's quite nice actually. Sarah has been popped open, and we did some patrolling. Yeah, we're going to hit construction 5 this turn. We then need to make, I think it's 1300 research. So, still kind of a long way off. But we have like 200 fire gems we can just turn into lanterns at that point. We could also be making skull mentors right now. It's only 10 death gems. But I'm going to get some death summons out first. I'd like to pick up the water provinces if we can. So a bunch of undead troops should be good for that. But after that, once we've got a little squad of like whites and smolder guys, we'll have them walking around taking legs. So maybe I'll make some skull mentors as well. We'll see. We do have 86 blood slaves this turn. That's not quite enough for a contract, is it? Need 90. Is there some way I could get 4 blood slaves? Because that would be cool to actually... Well, we could stop sacking. Ah, my god's got a bunch. Okay. So that would be... Alright, this is less research this turn then, but that would... Let's get a soul contract. What is our research now? 244? It's still over. We're still going to hit 5. Soul contract's the right one, yeah? Yeah. We'll start free spawning some devils. Right, anyway. So what's happening this turn? So, Hogria. Let's start here. I'm doing Revive Whites. I'm doing Summon Spectral Infantry. We have 3 people doing Packs of Wolves. We almost have like a whole squad of wolves to go do some patrolling. So that's all good. So that's this province. Also doing Dark Knowledge in every turn. That's all set up fine. I'm recruiting another Circle Master. I might switch to Sages or Law Masters for a bit, I'm not sure. The Circle Masters just seem like generally very useful. They're decent researchers, not really for the gold cost. I mean, Sages are great for the gold cost, right? But I mean, there will also be 2 mages, which is incredible for us, so I'll keep getting those guys out for now. Incidentally, I should probably point out, so usually if you find Death Blood mages, I know that usually means... In Vanilla, it means you set up vampire factories, right, for vampire lords. In JBBM, vampire lord is a transformation, it's not a summon. So you can't just like start scaling up tons and tons of vampire lords in JBBM like you can in Vanilla. So we'll turn a few of our guys into vampire lords to make them immortal so that they're useful for like casting globals and stuff. But we're probably not going to just like spam vampires with these guys. Just so you know. It's not quite as useful in JBBM. But yeah, that province is set up. Over here, I'm moving all of the patrollers out of Uni into Peskin. We're going to replace these guys with wolves. And since there's a ton of Machaka stuff right on our border now, I just want to like represent a bunch of strength here. So I'll move these guys over. We're going to be recruiting units in this province every turn from now on to make it look bigger on the map. And I've also got my god. He was going to site search this turn. I'm going to have him forge an effigy of war instead. So this will inflate the scout report in that province by 50 units. So we'll make Peskin look big. Agoria is going to be a conjuration factory. Fezibor is going to be devils and blood summons. Peskin's going to be a mirage and some recruited units. That's where our points of force are going to be. So that's what's happening over here. Stopped blood hunting in a lot of these provinces while we just get some research done. Still blood hunting Greendale, but the population's getting kind of low over here, so I don't know. In my cap, I'm getting more warlocks out now. I'll go back to recruiting those guys every turn. I'm going to get probably like 10 or 20 misbred as well to also sit in Peskin. Or in Fezibor, I don't know, wherever they're most useful. So that'll be the last bit of recruitment over there. And yeah, up here, forging a ring of water breathing to get underwater with the whites later on. Those only cost 1 water gem in JBBM, which is quite nice. We'll get one of those made. And the dudes currently in Fezibor are just moving to Solian, so all those like stuff we pulled out of crossbreeding and some infantry. I'm just moving them up in case we need them up here. Just in case storming Sarah goes horribly wrong. Because that's what's happening over here this turn. So everything is just set up like this. It's just everything's on attack immediately. Just go through the gate. These guys are all mind blasting. You've got a few flying units. Hopefully they can do something. And that's it really. I'm assuming that what we killed last turn is all that Sarah had left. So hopefully we can just get in and take care of this. I think worst case scenario there's a bunch of death mages spamming skeletons, but the mind blasters should just ignore the skeletons and kill the mages in that case. So it should be fine. We are fighting in severe cold, so we have a terrible encumbrance. But besides that, I mean, it should be empty, right? It would be better to scout this first, but I'm just assuming it's empty, so I'm just going to go for it. I feel like if we could beat Sarah last turn, when he had all that stuff patrolling in the PD, we should be able to beat whatever's left in the fort. So fingers crossed that that is true. It is possible that there's a god in here, though, that just wipes me, but I mean, there's not much I can do about that. Yeah, but we'll see what happens. I'm just going to storm anyway. Other than that, not much I can do up here. I mean, I assume there's going to be some like little raiders coming out of these forts, but at the moment there's nothing really that I can see. Here's the province with all that PD. We'll just see what happens. So that was turn 31, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hello, welcome back. Got some construction done. Did whites, wolves, dark knowledge found, I think. Summoned some spectral infantry. There was some assassinations and stuff. But we'll watch the storming of Sarah first. Turns out there's a lot of stuff here. I thought it would be empty. It is not. So we have lots of bone fiends, more long dead horses. We'll have lots of Oriopatas as well. There's tons of mages in Ares. We have Witch Kings. We do have his god as well, who is an immortal Partholonian sorceress. We have some Horned Serpents. So not great. Not what I was hoping to see. We do only Mind Blast the Oriopatas though, which is nice. We also unfortunately don't get in the gate either. And it's a lot of long dead to get through. We're fighting in cold as well, which is not great for us. I did have my mages on advance and spells at least, so we get some banishes up in front, but it's a lot of banishes we need to do. I'm going to start pressing N now. Not quite banishing enough. It's can't quite take the gate, unfortunately. Almost. I think once we get in the gate, it gets a lot easier, but if you can't get through the gate, it doesn't really mean much. So we only lost 77 things, so it's not that bad. We kept most of our salamanders alive. We kept most of our hellspawn alive. We got 287 kills. Is that because of the I mean, this is an AoE 1 attack, which is pretty good actually for clearing out skeletons. So some of those guys are still alive as well. Some of the infantry are still alive. We didn't lose any mages, which is good. These guys are priests, so the two of them got over 200 kills. So we lost 77 things, but it's not terrible. It could have gone a lot worse. Sarah lost all the living stuff. Only lost 3 mages though, unfortunately. But the stuff that really survived is just some long dead. I assume the long dead that were on bodyguard duty survived. And everything that walked forwards died. But there's no living stuff left. So if we were just able to just restorm, we might be able to do it. Because I think the salamanders would just focus the mages. We would probably have enough magic resistance to resist it in some cases, but decent protection on the sorceresses as well, actually. What about revenants? Are you guys mindless? No. So it's okay. It would have been better to just take it, of course, but it's not a total disaster. That could have been really bad. The problem is we're no longer really doing any damage because everything routed off the province. So we're still sieging with a little tiny amount of stuff, but yeah, the fort is being repaired now. So not good. Caught 7 blood slaves. There was also a battle in the Mire of Misery, which yeah, Sarah's got a few cataphracts taking that back now. And we had another assassination as well, which killed a revenant, which is nice. Events as well, we got 300 gold in Iron Range and 114 gold in Solians. That was pretty good as well. We then patrolled out, well, we didn't patrol, there was nothing here, but our province defense patrolled out some werewolves. So I guess these were created by the event from earlier on. So these are not wolves, this is like 10 actual werewolves, which is pretty, it's pretty brutal. These are 20 hit points regenerating and they have 15 invuln, so they're actually no joke. 3 attacks as well. So we need to take this back at some point too. Bit awkward. So that's it for messages. Yeah, not what I was hoping would happen. I was really hoping we'd just snag Sarah and get like an easy, quick war over with. That would have been really nice. So I've retooled the nation again. First of all, we are back on blood hunting duty, so every province with a blood hunter in is now back on blood hunting duty. No longer researching. We're going to need to start summoning infernal breeding dudes again to replenish what's left in Sarrow. Because there isn't really that much left altogether now. There's this stuff here. There's this stuff in Old Forest. And there's these guys just hanging on in Jewel Woods at the moment. And that's it. So if I hit Y on Sarah's cap, I mean, it's not too bad. But it's certainly a lot smaller than it was. We do have the other dudes moving up, the flying ones, and these guys. Which is something, but we could do with some more stuff getting shoved up now. So, back on blood hunting duty, back on infernal breeding when we can. We didn't have any blood slaves this term, but yeah. Looks like this isn't going to be easy. Next question is, how do we actually storm into Sarah now, if it's going to be just tons of skeletons? First of all, we do have some assassins here. So we've got 2 guys who are assassinating now. There's a 3rd on the way. They can, of course, just continue assassinating the dudes. We can now see that there's 5 Inaris left. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 11, 15. So there's 15 mages, so if we have 3 assassins and they're always successful, that's 5 turns. we'll wipe out every commander. Could happen, I don't know. He's probably going to be summoning more revenants though, so it'll take a little bit longer. There's some regular assassins coming out of Xanthrest as well, but these guys won't be able to assassinate during the siege, so They might just have to hang around and try and kill stuff like this. We'll see. Other thing I'm doing is I'm moving up all of our priests. Well, not all of them, but like some of our priests. This guy's going to move over. We've got this guy moving out. Got this guy. In my cap, there's a big H3 priest, so he's moving to the front line now as well. The guy in Hagoria is going to hang on for a turn. And he's going to bring with him some of these Smolder Ghosts. Smolder Ghosts might be quite nice in a siege as well. They're ethereal, so they'll walk through the walls. So that's pretty cool. We can have them off on the side and put them on attack rear, or hold an attack rear. And they'll just walk through the wall and then hopefully get behind all the skeletons. Possible. They look pretty cool. I wish they had some protection, but we do have some nature mages, so I guess we can buff them at some point. Magic weapons too. This is a lot of damage. Oh, MR for half though. Still. 24 points of magic slashing damage followed by armor piercing fire damage. Pretty good. I'm going to get another cast of that, and then he'll move up with 10 of those into Abysia and pick up some flying units, and then keep moving up. I'm also forging 2 pairs of boots this turn. Boots of the Messenger. One is for this guy. He can move around a bit faster. And the other one is for this guy, who is another H2. Unfortunately, he got shrunken at some point, so his map move is only 8 at the moment. He's also old. So some boots of the Messenger will help him get around as well. I'm basically just going to push all the priests I can over here to help banish skeletons during the storm. That's the next thing I'm doing. We do have quite a bit of stuff in Peskin now that's sitting in the garrison, plus we have the Effigy of War, so that should look like 100 units on the map, so hopefully that keeps Machaca away from us in the future, while we struggle to finish off Sarah. Yeah. So we'll keep assassinating, we'll move over priests when we can. One thing I'm realizing is that I actually don't like the Bark Skin Bless because it makes all of our indie priests useless. Because we have a bunch of Hobag priests who could also banish in battle, but they're going to end up blessed, which means they're going to end up with -10 fire res. So if I've got them on advance and cast spells, they're going to just end up next to an Abyssian and they'll burn to death, so not a huge fan. The only priests we can really use are priests that have fire resistance, unfortunately. But I'm just going to try and recruit national mages when I can and just keep moving them up. Have them doing banishing. We do at least have a nice bless for continual banishing, because there's reinvigoration on it and there's also blood surge for more reinvigoration, so we should be able to banish quite a lot. We just don't have that many priests actually over here. We'll assassinate, we'll banish. The other thing I'm going to try and do this turn is defend against this. So it's 8 cataphracts and a warrior sorceress. I put the PD endurance up to 23. And I'm just leaving these handful of dudes here. And then bringing over an early caster. I'm hoping that's enough to just stall this. It would be annoying to start losing territory. But fingers crossed this is enough. We'll see. We do have a soul contract now. I've put it on somebody. This guy. He's going to sit in Solian. And I'm site searching Solian this turn. Would be really nice to get some earth and nature income going. We're down to 15 nature gems now. Still doing wolves though. We'll have patrollers set up in Uni next turn. And we've also almost got another set of patrollers as well. To start patrolling one of these other provinces properly. And then we can move some more bloodhunters into it as well. Yeah, all in all a bit awkward. I'm still going to try and have like the Hobag guys preaching in all these provinces, and then we'll start trying to like blood sack, and maybe we can push Dominion in. I think worst case scenario, we'll have to move off Sarah's cap and take the other forts instead. Because if we can take all these fortresses and just put our own temples in them and start blood sacking out of them, that will probably dom kill Sarah without us needing to actually storm into this crap. But we'll see. First things first, we have to actually get a dominant army back in this position. So we need blood slaves, and then we need to do some infernal breeding. I'm also doing a bit of recruitment over here as well. We'll replenish some of the salamanders too. Didn't have much gold this turn. We got some gold events, but then I put up a temple in Xanthrest, and basically it. I'm getting another assassin in Abysia and some flying units, because the flying units seem like they'll probably be useful as well, if we have enough of them. And we do have these guys coming over, I suppose. Hopefully these guys are pretty good as well. Might have to put them on attack rear immediately, instead of hold and attack rear. Well, we'll see. Either way, the storming did not go well, so this is the position we're in now. Anything else happening? Let's see. So we're doing Packs of Wolves, we're still doing Dark Knowledge. Still summoning Smolder Ghosts, Boots of the Messenger, Wolves, Angry Dowsing Rods. I'm having Malphus summon some Fiery Imps just for, you know, we had like 5 Blood Slaves, so something to do with them. Still making Rabbit's Foot Charms, Medallions of Vengeance, building a temple, and assassinating. And that's it at the moment. The Smolder Ghosts are pretty nice, I suppose. Not sure they're going to help in this battle. I mean, they're ethereal, so the skeletons won't hit them very well. And they have no fatigue, so they can fight for a long time. They don't have a fire shield or anything, though, or any kind of AoE. So not great for clearing out skeletons. I think our best bet for clearing out skeletons is just banish until we can do, what, Firestorm? That might be a while. What is Liquid Flames of Ruax? AoE 6. That's not bad. That would clear out some skeletons. Probably. I mean, it's only armor piercing. Then again, skeletons don't have that much protection, do they? Long dead. 12. Eh. You got 5 hit points, though. That'd be fine. Wait, was that? So, Evo 5 gives us something, I suppose. Yeah, AoE 6 is pretty nice. Banish is still probably sufficient, though. What would be nice would be to get more of the H3s out. But they're very expensive and it takes a long time to recruit them. I'm not sure. You also have the Death Mages, who I guess can do Dust to Dust, but we don't have that researched yet. It's the same problem where it's like, having something in your army on Advance and Cast that doesn't have heat resistance is going to be such a problem. Start making fire resist rings, I guess. Is that just 5 fire gems? Could do. But that is it for this turn. So that was turn 32, so thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Hello, welcome back. Dark Knowledge found nothing. Did some summons. Arrows struck Ugin, but he survived. We searched for his magic sites and didn't find any. For quite a few blood slaves, we got 28 in Uni, which is quite nice. 2 assassinations. First was into a Revenant again. So these go fine. Next one was against Sarah's Prophet, unfortunately. So the problem we're going to have with the Prophet is the poison resistance. Because Sarah has a bunch of poison resist on his Bless. Because I think we landed on him and hit him. Oh, we didn't even hit him. But if we'd hit him, I don't think the poison would have even killed him. The explosion did quite a bit, I suppose. Maybe the stab and then the explosion would have actually killed him. We just got unlucky because the first hit missed. He's even on fire. He picks up Battle Fright, but I don't know, I guess that was close. If that stab had hit and then the explosion had gone off, I think he would have died. Because at first I thought we lost this because he's poison resistant, but I didn't realize we missed the first hit. Okay. That's not that bad then. We'll have the same problem with his god, who will have the poison resist, but maybe we'll kill his god as well if we hit his god, I don't know. But that was this one. So a bit unfortunate. What's your attack skill? 14? Oh, they have 19 defense, okay, that might be rough. Might be kind of hard to hit. Next up, there was a battle in Dural Woods. So Sarah's little raiding force moved into us. So we had 20 PD, we had a couple of Mind Blasters, we had a Bone Reader with some Gems, and a couple of leftover dudes as well. The Airlies die immediately, they're only small ones. not terribly useful. But I did just beat up the Cartographics, so that wasn't actually too bad. The Austrial Woods. We lost 6 heavy infantries in the PD, basically, and a hellspawn. So that was fun. Events then, Turtle Glades, we got 15 income, that's really nice, in a swamp. And in Resting Heights, we gained a Lightless Lantern. So that's also pretty cool. Not bad. Don't even have our skills over there yet. Sarah's back open again, and did some patrolling. And here's the turn. And before I forget, oh wow, I didn't notice this had moved off this. Well, maybe that's good for us? I don't know. Maybe if the war drags on, that's good for us. I forgot to mention, so a couple of turns ago I said I was going to speak to Femoria. What turn is it now? It's 33. So, I spoke to Femoria, I said, you want to stay peaceful, I'll move stuff off your border. And then they offered me a nap. And I don't make naps, usually, but Femoria's player was also leaving the game for a week. They've got a substitute. So Femoria's player is somebody different at the moment. They took this province, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that either. So I said, okay, I'll make a nap just for the simplicity of, because it's somebody else's subbing from. I thought probably better if the sub knows that we have a nap in place. So we had like I think it was a 10-turn nap or a 12-turn nap. I'm not sure. I think it's till like turn 40. I should probably check. But anyway, I don't usually make naps because I think they're boring. I think they kind of ruin the game. But in the case of Moria, since they were substituting someone out, I thought, okay, so we're safe against Femoria for now. So the only people we need to worry about are Ross McConey and Yomi, or maybe Machaka. So if these guys are stuck in a war, that's pretty good for us. We only need to really worry about these players while we're struggling against Sarah. So I thought I should probably point that out in case you're wondering, how am I just ignoring Femoria while I still have these big stacks on our border? We're napped with them for a bit. Although hopefully they know that. I don't know. It's weird that a bunch of units just appeared here. Unless he's attacking Russ through the water, which would be quite funny. Anyway. Right, so this turn. So this turn we're moving special stuff from this region up. And I'm actually storming Sarah again. This is probably a mistake, because we don't have as much stuff this time. We know that there's like 20 skeletons plus whatever else he summoned, and 5 horned serpents, and that's it, the rest are mages. So all I'm really hoping is that we push in. We have a couple of banishes this time. We've got like 3 casters who are just doing Blessing, Final Rest, Spam, and then advance and cast spells. So hopefully we do more banishing to clear out more of the skeletons. I've got the Flame Belch guys in front, so hopefully they clear out more of the skeletons as well. And all I'm really planning on happening here, I just want us to kill some more mages. Like, even if we lose the storm, as long as we kill, 3 or 4 mages again, that's fine. Because we'll just grind this down. We've still got assassins here assassinating as well. It's just a case of just gradually grinding this down. And even if it goes wrong, we've got more stuff moving into Old Forest. There's stuff moving from Old Forest this turn, so there's all this stuff. My god's doing another round of Infernal Breeding. I'm moving Malphus into Solian as well. We'll just be doing Infernal Breedings out of this province every turn. We could have done it twice this turn if we wanted to. So I think it's fine. We can just keep shoving crap over here. It's just we just need to grind down enough mages that we can actually get into the fort through the skeletons. So I'm fine taking another loss here as long as we can, just kill a few mages. If we kill no mages and this is a total waste, that sucks. That's bad. Anything better than that, I'm fine with. I've even got the Hobo Priest with us. I've shoved them up in the corner just on Spam Final Rest and then Advance and Spells. I could just put them on cast so that they don't go near our troops. And then maybe they'll just cast Banish through the wall. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. I'll just leave them like that though, but they'll help Banish anyway, hopefully. And yeah, just We'll try and kill some mages. We're still doing assassinations. And that's fine. I'm also bidding on mercenaries this turn. There's the Gira Speeders. No idea how you pronounce that. I put a 401 gold bid. That's basically all of our gold this turn. I'm bidding on them in Ionia in case we get attacked here. But that's more stuff we can just shove over onto Sarog. And the handful of junk that was in Dual Roads that just defended. So we have a total of 9 units plus some little earlies. I'm going to see if we can siege Pantocrators with that, because that would be quite convenient as well. We'll see. It's possible that this province has no PD. So putting a fort under siege would be quite nice. And as I said, there's another way of approaching this, which is we could just take these 2 forts and then just try to dom kill Saro, but not sure how effective that's going to be. Let's see if we can just kill some mages though in Saro. We killed a Revenant this turn, so that's what, I think there's 14 mages left. Fingers crossed. Down here in Hogoria, we have a big, what are these guys again? Anointed Verax. He's eating out 10 smaller ghosts and 5 whites. He's got his shoes on. He's moving straight to my cap to pick up some misbred guys, and they'll move straight on. They're heading up as well. We have a Poly 2 mage, he's got some shoes on. He's moving over to Abysia as well this turn. So there's high quality stuff moving up as well, plus we're spamming on breeding. I think it's fine if we just see if we can get lucky, and I mean maybe we take this. You know, it's not impossible. If we get extremely lucky with Mind Blast, we could do it. But hopefully we just kill some mages at least. Still doing the usual casting, still doing blood hunting, usual forging, lots of rabbitfoot charms, sanguine dowsing rods, and medallions of vengeance. And yeah, that's that. It was pretty surprising to see that Dragon Ridge has 0 unrest this turn. I'm not sure how exactly. We have been blood hunting it with a B3 mage with a sanguine dowsing rod. This province is getting a bunch of wolves this turn to patrol it and another blood hunter. So this province is set up now. Next one to set up is Griffa. This can probably support 3 blood hunters. It's got almost 8,000 population. So that'll be the next one we blood hunt with the next set of wolves. Uni we've started patrolling with wolves, so we'll see if this actually goes down. It's 73 this turn. We'll see if that goes down. Queen does up to 39 unrest this turn. I thought this was zeroed out every turn. Did you get an event? Not sure, that's not great. Does patrolling success have variance? Like, is this down to a dice roll? Because we were zeroing that out pretty consistently, but now it's 39. I don't know. Oh wow, we got a naturally N2 mage. That's sick. You can also move to Solian. I'll probably have the spam Haraspexy for a bit. See if we can find some nature sites. What is research now? 143, not great. It'll pick up. It will eventually pick up. I think. Let's turn to 33. End of the video. So thanks for watching. Hope you're enjoying the series. If you are, you know, subscribe and all that stuff. And I'll see you in the next video.